Morning guys, I hope you can all hear me. My name's Simeon, I'm from LettingHQ, and today I'll be taking you through Letting Check and Letting Fix. I'll be giving away a coupon code which will give you 50% off for the first 2 months of LettingHQ, so stick around for that. And this is also recorded, so if I speak too quickly or you misunderstand anything, there will be the opportunity to watch it again. I'll be speaking for roughly 10 to 15 minutes. Like I said, I'll be giving away the coupon code. I'll be taking you through the process of reporting a repair with Letting Fix, as well as doing a check-in report with Letting Check, through to the very end of the tenancy and doing a checkout report as well. Great, so let's get started. Let's log into LettingHQ. We're in. So on the left here, we have Letting Check, which is the leading inventory tool for letting agents, landlords, and inventory clerks. Whilst on the right, we have Letting Fix, which is your repair. So if we start with doing a check-in report, that means we'll have to log into Letting Check, which we can do instantly. We don't have to mess around with putting in our details or password once we're logged into LettingHQ. So I'm just going to go over these main pages now. So if we click Inventories or Letting Check, we're taken to this screen, and we have a list of all of our reports in chronological order. On the right, we have the option to edit, whilst on the left, we can add a new inventory. With properties, it's much the same. A list of all of our properties on the right, we can view, edit, add a property photo, or delete. On the left, again, we can add a new property. Landlords and tenants, we have a few more basic details. So for example, the email address, telephone number. And like I said, it's much the same with tenants. Let's head back over to inventories and do a check-in report as the tenants moved in. Let's select this property. And again, it's a check-in. Now at this point, I've got the option to do an inventory in the traditional way, which would be to add all the rooms and items individually. However, I'm going to take advantage of templates. So I'm going to select a 2-bedroom bungalow, and let's see what that does. So what templates basically do is add all the rooms and items that are commonly found within that property, which saves us from having to do it. So in this template, it's added a bathroom, 2 bedrooms, a dining room, a hallway, a kitchen, a living room, and a front and back garden. Not only that, it's also added the items within those rooms. So for instance, in the bathroom, it's added the bath, the walls, the toilets, the floor. So it just saves us from having to do that. Let's edit an item now. So I'm going to edit this toilet. And we do that by clicking this green button on the right. And we're taken here. Let's change the condition to poor and very damaged. You'll notice we don't give the option to type in your own items or rooms. This is purely for consistency of report. Oftentimes people use different expressions to convey the same item. You might call a table, so it really increases the consistency throughout the report. There is the option you can't convey through these drop-down menus, so don't worry about that. Let's go ahead and save. After that, we'll add a photo. You'll notice as well that if an item is in poor or bad condition, then it shows up in red, whilst in good or perfect condition, it's in green. Now to add a photo, we're using the same button, but instead of clicking edit, we'll click add photo. Now, if you were at a property doing an inventory, obviously you'd be using this on your phone or tablet, and this will take you to your camera roll. However, because I'm using this on my documents, because I'm using this on my desktop, it's taking me to my documents. Once we see the green tick, we know that it's uploaded, so we can click close. Great, so all you'd have to do now is obviously add all the items that weren't included in the template, as well as the conditions and the images. So let's say now that the tenant's been moved in the property for 6 months, and now they've got a broken boiler. They're of course going to need to report it. Now before, this would have meant that I've had to ring up your office, which can be a big time waste for you. Instead, with LettingFix, they could simply go to your website, click Report a Repair, and they'd be taken to this screen. So because I've got a faulty boiler, I'm going to go to Heating, and Gas. And these are just some helpful hints that will help me as the tenant to fix the problem myself, and this saves you from sending out workmen when it's just not needed. For now, they're going to help me, so I'll click Close. And let's say that the boiler's leaking. We could upload a picture. And once we see the green tick, again, we know that it's uploaded. Next, it's going to ask us for some more details like our address, our name, emails, and phone number. We can add any notes if needed. And of course, we agree to the terms and conditions. Once all that's complete, we click Confirm, and we can see the issue submitted. Now, I've also got the option to go to this link. So if we follow that, this is the issue in progress page. Now, this really puts the tenant's mind at ease. Basically, what it does is it records all the steps that you've taken to fix the issue. So again, it just saves the tenant from ringing. However, because we haven't actually taken any steps to fix it yet, there's not much to see, but I will come back to this later. Just head back over to and log into LettingFix. Once again, instantly logged in. Now, on the issues page, we obviously have a list of all of our issues, again, in chronological order. All the issues that you'll see the status here. So these are issues that I've closed before. Let's head over to properties. It's very similar to Letting Check. We just have a list of all of our properties with the option to view or edit on the right and to add a new property on the left. Service providers very similar to landlords and tenants. Again, we've got a few more basic details like email address and the type of service provider that they are. Again, with the option to add a new service provider on the left. Let's go to issues and let's view the issue that's just been reported. Instantly, we can see the picture, we can see the exact problem, and we can see the tenant that has as well. Now, at this point, we're going to want to assign a service provider. If we weren't using LettingFix, again, this would mean that we'd have to ring someone up, which can be very time-consuming. So instead, actually assign a service provider with Fix. In this grey box on the top left, assign Bob. Once we hit assign, this is going to send to the service provider, asking them to log into their accounts on LettingHQ, and they'll be able to see a list of all of their jobs that you've assigned to them. So let's log in now. So we can see all the jobs that have been assigned. We've got a tab for properties, so obviously we'd have to go to the properties. So once this loads, we'll be able to see. Okay, let's head back over to issues. And let's say that I've fixed the problem. All I'd have to do is click this orange box on the right and click complete. I've also got the option to reject. And we can add a message and a picture as well. Submit, and that's complete. Okay, let's head back over to the agent portal. And we can see that the status has changed. So now we know that the tenant's happy, that the service provider's happy. We can go ahead and close the issue. Perfect. So let's say now that the tenant has been moved in for another 6 months, and now they want to move out. Of course, means we're going to have to do a checkout report, which means we need to head back over to letting check. Now again, we could start the report from scratch. We could even use a template, and that would definitely save us. But the best thing we can do, what duplication does, is make an exact copy of the report we're on. So instead of repeating all this work, I can simply click duplicate top left, and I've got some options. So of course I'm going to want to change it to a checkout, and I've got the option to duplicate the entries, the variation options, the photos, and the key. Once we hit duplicate, it'll take us to this screen. An exact copy of the report we were just on. The only thing I didn't copy over was the. So all we'd have to do now is condition. Of course, we're going to want a PDF generation of the report, which can be done easily. Let's head back over to inventories, and depending on which report you want, you'd simply click this green box on the left, and it would take you to this screen. Let's scroll to the very top. This is very customizable, so you can change your logo, your company colors. We have the location of the property photo. We've got the table of contents, the terms and conditions. Scrolling even faster, we've got the property photos there. List of our meter readings. In red, that obviously signifies it's broken condition. A list of the fixtures and fittings below, and the image on the right. All of these pertain to which room they're in. So, for instance, in the bathroom, all the items below are going to be inside that. Let's scroll a bit faster now. And we're eventually going to come to a list of the property photos, which are numbered, and it makes it a lot easier for referencing. There we go. Let's scroll even further down now. We will eventually come to comparison reports. So a good example of comparison reports is with meter readings. Basically what it does is it tracks all the changes that have happened during the tenancy. So for example, on the gas reading, at the check-in it was 1,000, and at the checkout it's 3,000. I think the better example of this is with the items. So for instance, in the bathroom, the toilet was in perfect condition, and now because it's chipped, it's in poor condition. You can see some more examples of this with the door, the window, the bath, and the light. Now we have some items within the bedroom that have changed. Some of these are just due to fair wear and tear. So for instance, this wall was in perfect condition, and now it's just in good condition. So it's not really broken, it's just deteriorated naturally. Final example is the lawn was in perfect condition, and now you can see in the image it's in poor condition. At the very bottom we have repair history. Now this adds all the repairs that have gone on during the tenancy. So for example, in the bathroom, the basin on the pedestal was broken. You can see the image from before and after. So again, it's very useful to add images. It's less down to an individual's opinion. Just make sure you're adding images for absolutely everything. That goes for the repairs and for the inventories as well. We'll see some more examples of the repair history. So with the table, the lamp, the green again signifying that an issue has been resolved. However, if we scroll a bit further, the red means it's still an outstanding issue. Okay, that just about wraps everything up. Thank you for listening. This is recorded, so you will be able to watch it again. If you've got any questions, just shoot me an email. It's simeon@lettinghq.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Coupon code that I mentioned is HQ2months, all in capitals. And again, that's going to give you 50% off for the first 2 months that you use LettingHQ. Okay, thanks for listening, and I'll see you again soon.